Hi there, it's Dave from davestravelpages.com here, and today I'm going to do a short video about panniers versus trailers when it comes to bicycle touring. So which one should you use? Well, the answer to that of course is whichever one you want and whichever one suits you best. But let me give you a bit of background about my experience of bicycle touring and my opinions on it, and maybe if you're planning a long distance bicycle tour of yourself, then it might help you make up your mind. So when it comes to touring, for the last 15 years I think I've been cycling all over the world. The most significant trips have been cycling from England to Cape Town. I used panniers on that trip. Cycling from Alaska to Argentina, I used a trailer on that trip. And cycling from Greece to England, and I used panniers on that trip. Now I prefer using panniers. I can't really foresee myself using a trailer again. That said, there are circumstances which I would be willing to make an exception. Let me give you the pros and cons of panniers and trailers, and then you can make your own mind up. Okay, so let's talk about panniers. Panniers are the ones that clip onto the racks. Now, I'm assuming that you know what a pannier is. It's basically bags with clips, and they clip onto the racks. The most popular brand is Ortlieb, and I've left a small review in the comments section below here so that you can check that out. Basically, Ortlieb panniers are hard-wearing, waterproof, and last forever. If you get yourself a set, they cost a little bit more initially, but they'll last you a lifetime if you look after them. Now, the benefit of using panniers is that on one bicycle trip, maybe you only want to use the rear panniers because you're just doing a weekend trip. Perhaps if you're doing a longer trip, you want rear and front panniers, and if you're doing an extended trip, you might want to put the backpack on the back. Now, that means that you can sort of build the system as you see fit. When you compare that with a trailer, you've always got to take the trailer. So if you're bicycle touring for a day, a weekend, a month or a year, you always need to have the weight of the trailer with you. Inside the trailer, you then have a waterproof bag. So you have that regardless. So there is a weight saving issue. A trailer is heavier than just the panniers. So that's one thing. Secondly, with panniers, you can easily take them off the bike, which means that if you're booking into a hotel room, if you need to take your bike over a fence, you can easily just lift the bags off, throw them over the fence, or carry them up the stairs into the hotel room, because you're always going to be on the top floor, you're never going to be on the bottom floor, and then come back for your bike. If you're wild camping and you have a trailer, getting that trailer over the fence is a little bit more hard work, and again, there's always a fence you have to get over when you're wild camping. The same for if you need to carry it upstairs in a hotel, you're lifting the trailer and the bag upstairs, and if you're carrying 22 kilos of stuff plus the trailer weighs a weight as well, you don't really want that after a long day's ride. So that's another issue. When it comes to cycling itself, on the flat, I believe that they're pretty equal. You're not really going to notice any difference between the two. In fact, in some circumstances, I would say that the trailer was maybe go a little bit faster on the flat. Certainly in a headwind it seemed easier, because obviously the bags, when you have the panniers on the bike, it makes you wider. I mean, basically you're a brick with no aerodynamics. But with the trailer, everything's in a line and it's slightly more aerodynamic. So I would say on the flat it's an equal pace. Now, where it differs is when you come to cycling uphill. And believe me, I've cycled up the Andes and I know this from hard experience. That trailer will feel like an anchor. You have the weight of the trailer which you're then carrying behind you, and it's hard work. And when you need to push the bike uphill, and no one likes pushing their bike, but sometimes you've got to do it, it is easier pushing a bike with panniers than a bike with a trailer. So there's some of the issues there. When it comes to safety, if you're pulling out of a junction on the bike, cars are only going to expect you to be just a bike. If you pull out of a junction and you're towing a trailer as well, cars sometimes don't expect the trailer, so they might, and drivers are not very careful sometimes, they might clip the back of the trailer, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, so where would you use a trailer then? In my opinion, if you're travelling as a couple, and perhaps you need to take a little bit more stuff because you're on a long distance trip, the stronger rider could have the trailer. This way that you would equal out the speed between the stronger and the weaker rider, and you could still carry more stuff. So that's one good point. Another place you could use a trailer would be if you're on a tandem, because obviously you've not got the amount of space you need for your bags. A trailer on the back would be a great benefit. That said, the tandem is already going to be, what, 10 feet long. A trailer is going to add another 3 or 4 feet on that, so you are really going to become a train at some point. But it's still worth keeping in mind. One final use for a trailer, perhaps, is if you've got a road bike, but you want to take your road bike on a bicycle tour. You could just like clip the trailer onto the back, and the best trailer for this would be I think it's the Bob trailer. Again, I'll put a link underneath with either a review or to Amazon or something, so you can check it out. It's called a Bob Yak, I think, from memory. And yeah, again, that will clip on, and it means you can use your road bike for bicycle touring. So while it's not ideal, because obviously if you're going off-road, your bike's probably still going to get knackered, it does make it easier. Overall though, I prefer to use panniers. I believe that they're a little bit more convenient in the long run, and you use less energy. And if you're on a multi-month or a year-long bicycle tour or longer, that all adds up. So it's nice to save a little bit of energy each day. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'm not sure if you have opinions of your own, but it would be great to hear them if you do. Please leave them in the comments below, and so we can add to the discussion about panniers versus trailers. And subscribe to the channel, thumbs up if you liked it, and all that stuff. Thanks very much for watching, and cheers for now.